Cinema Classics is sponsored by the Gateway Film Center and is produced by John DeSando and Johnny DiLoretto. You can listen to full shows online at WCBE.org. I'm Johnny DiLoretto.
I'm John DeSando.
This is Cinema Classics.
Yeah, boy.
I think we got a new one in the making.
A new one.
A new classic.
Oh, very good.
I don't know. I'm not one to sort of, overstate a movie's
Let's
quality.
just say it's a Nicolas Cage classic.
It is a Nicolas Cage movie everybody's talking about right now. The guy's been making tons of these, direct-to-video action crap, just picking up a paycheck. This one, he's actually shown up to do some some work of artistic merit.
Yeah, right.
Would you say?
Yeah, I would say so, even though it's an off-putting title. Pig?
Yeah, it's kind of blunt.
Wow,
right?
Ooh, yeah, right.
But, so the premise of the movie is that he is a former chef, now living a hermetic life in the Pacific Northwest, and he's got a pig that he's really attached to, and they go truffle hunting together, and he makes a living, a very meager living, by selling these truffles to a restaurateur in the city.
Yeah, and he's extremely influential in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
And he left that. He was a big chef. And pigs are not used regularly for truffle hunting anymore. They're dogs.
Yeah, right.
So he's an unusual breed no matter what.
Got it. Anyway, long story short, someone steals his pig.
Yes.
And he goes nuts.
He goes pig hunting.
Yes.
He does.
So then he goes pig hunting, right? He goes into the city to find his stolen pig. And he does this with now see, I didn't look this kid's name up. What is the guy's name?
Where? What? I
The
don't
guy
know.
that's in this movie with him.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
I know. Wouldn't you know I left that off?
Let
All
me
right.
find it.
Okay.
I gotta say the guy's name.
One of the things that I like about this film, this little dramatic film, there are two things.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna say his
I'm
name.
kind of filling in while you're looking.
Well, you just cut that out.
I can't do
Okay.
that.
Yeah, you can cut that out. All right. So then he goes. It's kind of a buddy movie because he scours Portland with Alex Wolff, the guy that plays the restaurateur that's buying
Yes.
his truffles, and they go on this really bizarre journey, don't you think?
For sure.
And would you consider this a buddy movie?
Well, I would consider an intensely character-driven movie where we are slowly revealing the character of this enormously influential former chef.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think that one of the beautiful things about Cage's performance is that it's a slow exposition. I mean, he lets us know who he is very slowly. And because he has been, as you said, kind of the hermit.
Yeah.
That's for me the lovely thing. The kid is a nice foil to him.
Yeah.
Because he's hyper and he's a little bit crooked and yeah.
So the movie has a couple surprises up its sleeve, not like big plot twists or anything, although you could argue there's one or two of those. But it's been marketed as a revenge movie, or like a twist on the revenge movie, and I just didn't even really get that so much as I got that it's a reinvention of the food movie. There's a lot here about textures and sounds and smells and tastes, and I think it really kind of we haven't had a great food movie in a long time.
When there is that moment when he serves the dinner to one of his enemies,
Yeah.
and he takes it all from memory because this is a chef who remembers every meal he ever made and every
Right.
person he ever served.
Yeah.
So he serves his enemy again the meal that he gave them before, and that meal looks possibly edible right off the screen.
Oh yeah, it's
Yes,
beautiful.
it's beautiful.
Simplicity of it.
Oh, it
And
is.
it really, the movie, kind of another fun thing about what's going on here is it's commenting on this sort of ridiculous restaurant culture that we live in, where people bring plates full of steaming moss, and you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I do.
So it's kind of a sly commentary on that. I also thought that the word pig in the title has a double meaning here.
Oh, good, yes.
And it seems, obviously, that it's about the pig he's searching for, but it's really about the capitalist pig he finds.
Yes, yes.
Who's
yeah.
orchestrating all this sort of trauma.
As in any good movie, there's a moment when he reveals his philosophy, and the center of the film comes out, and that's when he talks to that former chef.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and he chews him up left and right, upside down,
Mhm.
about what he really wants out of life.
Yeah.
And this is the kind of stuff I'm ready for in a movie. When I get the major character suddenly coming out, as Cage is doing, and finally telling us what he really believes about life.
Yeah.
And this poor guy is there. He's just crestfallen because he
That's
he
great.
idolizes him.
Yeah, he's dismantled his whole
Yes.
this moment of his success.
Yes,
Really.
yeah.
I got another question for you. So this movie operates at a very odd tonal level, which I really enjoyed. But there's a scene about a third of the way through when the Cage character first comes back to Portland, and he's looking for this pig, and he takes his buddy, the young kid,
Yeah.
underground into what appears to be like a Fight Club scenario for chefs. Do you remember this?
Oh gosh, yeah, barely.
It is
yeah.
a bizarre kind of subterranean world where these chefs are like fighting under that. It's never brought up again.
No, it isn't.
It's otherworldly strange.
Yeah, it is. And I think you used the right term, Fight Club.
Yeah, that's what it seems like,
That's what
right?
it seems, yeah.
And it just, there's no explanation for it. There's no revisiting of it. Like,
You know,
what is that scene trying
You're
to tell us?
reminding me that I should always see a movie twice.
Or once with me.
No, but I should see it twice. And that's one of the things that one of our limitations is that we don't always look at it twice like we should. I should have seen Pig twice. I'd be so on top of it with that scene.
What did you make of that scene when
I
you
didn't.
saw
That's,
it?
I'm telling you right now, I'm not. It's thrown in there. At the time I wasn't sure, and when you're asking me now, I'm not sure. But if I went back to that movie,
Mhm.
I bet it could help with seeing it. Anyway, but that's a good movie to me. One that demands that I come back.
Yeah.
Because for everything else I've seen there, it's not frivolous.
But see, it's interesting because in a different movie, that scene might be a clunker of a,
Yeah.
you know, you might be like, where is this coming from? Why is it here? It has no business here. It throws the movie off, but this doesn't. Somehow we just accept it and we still don't know what's going on.
Well, don't you think that it jolts you because he's been such an outcast? He has outcast himself, that to be back with people, you know, kind of like Grizzly Adams coming back,
Mhm.
and that it gets your attention right away, but you don't know why. As you're asking me, no, I've got to go back and do that.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, with the one thing, as he berates that younger chef, one of the things he says is, you've got to do what you really want to do. So that guy wasn't making food
Right.
that he should be making. It was he should be making the food that he should be making the food that he really likes. Anyway, yes.
Yeah.
This is Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas
Can you believe
Cage
that?
is one of the best Nicolas Cage performances
Oh,
in a long time.
Since
No histrionics, just real, honest
underplayed,
dramaturgy.
yeah. and don't think we're going to get anything salacious or squirmy by the title.
Okay, I don't know how to end this one, but
Well, let's let's think of something.
um,
Yeah, let's just say, why would anybody want to see this movie? Here, we love it. I'm not sure we've done a good job
well, I
in
think,
encouraging people.
Yeah, I think you should do it to be reminded of what good food is, what good movies are, what
Yes.
good acting is.
Yes.
Yeah.